You're listening to Jason and Jodi in the morning. Hamilton's all new talk station. Talk 820.
Talk 820 time is 7:22. Are the kids ever going green? Green is the scene in the greater city of Hamilton. That a little later on the program. And I'm not just talking everyone's wearing Westdale Warriors outfits. It's like e-school after e-school and a whole bunch of money coming to help the kids get even greener. Stay tuned. Talk 820 time now, 7:22, and now from Titles Bookstore, Mark Lefebvre, standing next to, I think, the Espresso Book Machine. Hey, Mark.
Hey, how you doing, Jason?
I'm great, man.
And I want to thank you once again. I got this book, you sent it to me maybe 2 weeks ago, and it's this really cool printed book, and it's called Thou Art More Lovely, and it's got a picture of me and a big heart, and it's a bunch of Shakespeare's sonnets. And it was printed for me by you and your Espresso Book Machine. Now, can you explain a bit about that?
And before you do, Mark,
Yeah.
can I just ask, or is it a crush, or are you a full-blown stalker when it comes to Jodi?
Doesn't everyone have a crush on Jodi?
Well, not that I know of, but Valentine's Day is coming, so please send in your stalkerish things.
Yeah, there you go. The Espresso Book Machine, it's basically one of 9 in the world. There's only 2 in Canada right now. We purchased the machine from On Demand Books in New York. In a nutshell, it allows you to take an electronic file and turn it into a book in about 5 minutes. It prints the book and binds it as a perfect bound trade paperback in a few minutes. So what I did in this case is I took the Shakespearean sonnets, which are public domain, meaning since Shakespeare's been dead more than 75 years, we don't have to pay him royalties, so we can do it relatively cheap. And basically, since Jodi's a Facebook friend, I grabbed her picture off of the website, put it on the cover, and thought it'd be fun to send to you guys.
So 75 years. So if I wanted to burn for a very low cost at your Espresso Book Machine, and I can do this even if I'm not a Mac student, by the way, if I wanted to burn Moby Dick and put a shark on the cover just to, freak people out, I could do that.
Yeah, you can. So that's just the way the copyright law works.
Okay.
If 1926 approximately or less, then you're safe to do so. You can't take the version of Moby Dick that Random House, for example, if they're the publisher who currently is publishing a version of Moby Dick, you can't just copy their book. You have to take something that has been printed prior to 1926, because the existing publisher owns the rights to that version of the book.
Pretty impressive that you know who's currently publishing Moby Dick, I'll tell you that.
No, I have no idea.
You're just okay.
They're one of 4 major publishers.
Oh, you
lied
just
to us.
arbitrarily grabbed one. Okay.
So if you go into the bookstore, how many titles, is there, you can get any book pretty much printed out?
We have a partnership with the library on campus. They have access to over 100,000 public domain titles in their archives, and we've been able to turn around in about a week's time for a customer who came in and said she'd been looking for a book for her father for weeks, couldn't find it anywhere. It was out of print, but it was published in 1906, I believe. And the library basically scanned a copy because they have a digital book scanner, sent us the PDF. We slapped the cover together for her, and she had the book for her dad, so they were both delighted.
Great for kids, too. I'm just thinking out loud now. My boy Jake has some favorite fairy tales from yesteryear.
Yeah.
And I could put a picture of him on the cover, make it more appealing for him to pick it up.
Yeah.
He's like Dad. If he sees a picture of himself, he's all over it.
Oh, of course.
And now you can rifle through this thing whenever you want, at bedtime stories or something like that.
Yeah, we are having fun with a custom book, like the one that I sent Jodi. This is something we're offering to customers for $16.95. They can put their sweetheart's picture on the cover and have their name, so it's custom printed for Jodi, for example, and a nice picture on the cover, and we're doing that for Valentine's Day. We thought it was fun. Did some novelty books, Stephen Harper's Greatest Moments, which is completely blank.
That's good.
Things like that. Now, if you want, Jason, we can do a hernia update book for you.
Okay, I'd like that.
We got to get a picture of the hernia on there, though.
Yeah, well, we could get all kinds of pictures of hernias.
I'm sure we could.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know exactly what kind of hernia it is just yet, so why not, give an example of all hernias?
No, there you go.
There you go.
Sorry, yes.
Mark Lefebvre from Mac's Titles Bookstore with us live on the Jason and Jodi Show.
So if you are looking for something for your lover coming up in a week, this week, pretty much just over a week, do you still have time to make books? And what is the most romantic thing you can do for your lover?
The most romantic thing you do for your lover is get them a book, of course, especially a custom book.
Yeah, well, no, I understand that. I mean, the Shakespeare is very romantic. Do you have other ideas.
Yeah, actually, you know what? The library is currently scanning the D.H. Lawrence love poems and other stories, which is a replica version of one of the first editions of the book published, which again is in public domain. Mm-hmm. And they're also working on a couple other classic love tales. Of course, we've got the stuffed animals and all the wonderful all the wonderful things that people are always scrambling in on the Friday just before Valentine's Day to pick up.
So for less than $20, you have a custom book, and that'll get you some lovin'.
I hope so, yeah.
You get that the Cyrano de Bergerac?
We could probably find one of those to scan. One of the challenges with doing them manually, like I did the Shakespeare one, is you have to manually enter the text yourself. You can't just copy an existing book. I can't just copy the Penguin edition of Shakespeare. I had to go and manually create the book myself.
And are you tempted to change some of the words, or with Shakespeare, why would you bother?
No, he did okay.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. Yeah. All right, Mark, that's cool. Now, and again, anybody, you don't even have to be an alumni to go to Titles. You just park it on campus and head on over to the bookstore, and you're done. And just to see this Espresso bookmaking machine, it's something to behold, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is. And we actually have authors from as far away as Ottawa, actually, that are publishing books on the machine with the book that they've written, and they want to self-publish. They're doing it that way. We've got people wanting to do custom editions, special orders. It's been a lot of fun.
You're giving Jay a lot of big ideas now. Let's stop here.
I've written a book, and we published through Lulu.com. Kind of the same concept, but had the Espresso machine been in town, we would have went there. It was a fundraiser.
If you own the rights to it, you can always make it available here, and we can pay you the royalties when it sells to customers.
You know what? The first time around, no one wanted to buy the damn thing. So,
well, maybe your hernia book will sell better.
Yeah, hopefully.
That would be good. Mark, thanks. Always a pleasure to have you on.
Thanks very much, Jason.
From Titles Bookstore at McMaster University on the Jason and Jodi Show. Mark Lefebvre. News next.